What makes the regional cuisine of India and Vietnam so complex? On today's menu, exploring the sophisticated cooking traditions of Vietnam and India. From Hyderabad in India, richly seasoned mutton biryani.
Oh, perfect.
Kane Rawa, a spicy seafood dish from the coastal city of Mangalore.
The luxuries of eating fish which I have here, I don't have anywhere else.
The art of making chow, Vietnam's own version of pickled tofu.
The longer you keep it, the better it will taste.
Exotic fruits from the Mekong Delta transformed into a perfect lunch. For some, the appeal of a fine meal may rest in its complexity. Both India and Vietnam offer some of the most intricate cooking in Southern Asia. No matter where you travel in these two countries, you'll find incredibly diverse culinary traditions, distinct for their abundant use of spices and natural produce.
India has lots of cultures. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, all people mixed together. Everybody gets along. So different culture, different people make different style food, like South India, Kerala, Hyderabad, North Delhi, all different cuisine. Hyderabadi food come from Mughals, so there's lots of spices. My name is Chef Sheikh Arif Ahmed. I specialize in Hyderabadi cuisine.
For thousands of years, Indian cuisine has been shaped by different cultures. Hyderabadi cuisine stands out for its Muslim influence and originated in the city of Hyderabad, 350 miles north of Bangalore. Chef Arif Ahmed trained under Hyderabad's celebrated chef Pashu Ustad before opening Bangalore's Legend of Sikandar. Dishes like mutton biryani are richly spiced and layered with meat, curd, and ghee, then slow cooked on top of a tandoor oven. Created by Muslim aristocrats who descended from India's 18th century Mughal rulers, biryani reflects the opulence and refinement of the Mughal lifestyle.
Today we're making Hyderabadi biryani. This traditionally comes from Muslim marriage functions. This is a fruit market, fresh fruits, Russell market, about 150 years old. It was built by the British. The biryani actually will take mutton. In India, that means goat. Pakda isko, marega. This is a nice and fresh cut goat. Actually, in biryani, we use all parts like neck, backbone, chest. We take some boneless from the front leg and back legs, but mostly with bone biryani is very good. Now we are in Legend of Sikandar in Bangalore. Joining us today, my general manager, Mr. Krishna Shanta Kumar.
If not for lamb, this recipe can go to which other meat?
Chicken.
True Hyderabadi will not touch chicken, we'll have only mutton.
It's only mutton. So basically, mutton biryani is mutton biryani. After that, we put chicken,
Otherwise, it's a
fish.
poor man's biryani.
This is called ginger and garlic paste. And we use turmeric powder, chili powder. We have cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, and green chilies. This is fried onion, coriander leaves, and we use some fresh mint all together mixed with the mutton. Keep cover for 1 hour for marination. Now it's time to break. Have a tea. Tandoor is a large clay pot. Pot. Clay pot?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a
Large clay pot, bigger to my stomach, you know? You put charcoal, fire it, take 45 minutes to burn, then keep heat another 4 hours. Then for second stage, we put yogurt in that. Then we'll put a little bit cardamom and royal cumins. You put all ingredients with the hands. Then you're mixing with the hand. Give flavors, magic. People say magic in the hands. This is hands, not in the spoons. Then we take basmati rice, not fully cooked. First layer cooked 40 to 50%. Then second layer that is cooked 70 to 80%. Third layer we put 80 to 90% cooked. Then we add in jhol. This is ghee, oil and water. What we cook the rice. We put jhol in the top. Then we shake in the roasted saffron in the top. We'll close it proper seal. Then we'll put in charcoal tandoor. This take 45 minutes to cook. Your biryani is ready. Then you open and enjoy your biryani. This is fresh Hyderabadi biryani.
Moment of truth.
How's it? Oh!
Perfect. Hallmark of a perfect biryani. Just a touch of saffron, little bit of spices.
See this rice.
The rice is separate. It's not overcooked, it's not underdone. The meat falling off the bone, still pink in the center. But more than anything else, the meat still retains its good gamey flavor. This is not lamb, this is mutton. I need to go to the gym now and burn this all off.
The luxuries of eating fish which I have here, I don't have anywhere else. The varieties of fishes, it's just heaven out here. I'm Chef Vijay Malhotra. I'm the executive chef here at Windsor Sheraton. And I'm going to be demonstrating some of the best kept culinary secrets from a restaurant here, which is Dakshin.
Another Bangalore chef, Vijay Malhotra, turns to India's coastal cuisine for inspiration. At his restaurant Dakshin at the ITC Hotel, he conducts a cooking class where he prepares kane rawa, a tangy semolina-encrusted fried fish. Ladyfish, or kane, is considered a delicacy in the port city of Mangalore, just west of Bangalore. Since kane is a meat-eating fish, like piranha, locals believe that the fish's rich diet gives it a tasty flavor.
We call this a ladyfish or kane. It's a very delicate fish. As a result, it's conducive for the kind of cooking which we're going to be doing this afternoon.
The raw fish really looks good. The silvery color, the way it's getting highlighted with the sun coming on.
Hey, maybe that's why it's called ladyfish.
What I'm going to do here is take you to the initial marination of the fish. We start with the red chili powder here. We have the lemon juice here, the coriander powder, just very little turmeric powder, cumin powder, and black peppercorn powder.
And this is ginger garlic.
Ginger garlic paste. Don't ever mix the ginger and the garlic in the equal proportion. The garlic content should always be a little higher because ginger does not go well with everybody's palate. I would prefer to marinate for at least 2 hours because that's how the masala, spices, or the flavors will get into the fish. The rice flour makes it nice and crispy, but when you bite, it's the semolina which is adding that crunch to your palate. I'm just going to be doing 2 fishes at a time here. This kind of fish will take 7 to 9 minutes to cook. The moment I add the first fish, the temperature goes down a little. Then it comes up. By the time you're putting the second fish also, it's more or less at the same temperature. We are just going to be serving you some chutneys first.
South Indian chutneys, right?
Yes.
How do you get
Red color.
We use absolutely fresh, ripe tomatoes.
Does this coriander chutney have coconut also in it? No.
It has a little bit of coconut in that. Here you have the kane rawa fry, the lady fish.
Really good. Especially the tomato chutney is going so well with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's just the right kind of crispiness.
And it's amazing because it's so moist inside.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, so it took me like 2 seconds to finish it. Can I have another piece of the fish then?
Velu.
Like India, Vietnam's cuisine is known for its complexity and reflects the influence of many cultures and the abundant use of varied produce and spices.
In this area, more people use the waterway than the inland road. It is easier for people to bring their product to the floating market than in the inland market, because in this area, they have a very interconnected waterway system. My name is Dung. We are now in Cần Thơ floating market in the south of Vietnam.
South Vietnamese cuisine relies heavily on fresh fruits, vegetables, and seafood found in the Mekong Delta, much of which is sold at the floating market in Can Tho, 80 miles south of Ho Chi Minh City. Can Tho is one of the largest wholesale markets in the region. No individual buying goes on, only bulk. Small farmers like Tran Van Nam sell to larger merchants who in turn sell to retail markets throughout Asia. Having long ago abandoned inland markets for trade on the water, farmers must travel from the surrounding provinces with their produce, often beginning their day before sunrise.
Growing fruit is the main source of income for the family in this area. In his garden, he grows orange, rambutan, grapefruit. This is the hot plum. The hot plum is very sour and it's very good when you eat together with salt and hot pepper. This is the grapefruit. In Vietnamese, we call it bưởi. It tastes very sweet and very fresh. He often collects the fruit in the afternoon, and in the next morning, he goes to the market. His house is next to the small canal, so he had first to go through the small canal and then go to the big river before reaching the market. The river that takes him to the market have two different names. One name the local people call it as Cái Răng, but the common name we call it Mekong River. It takes him about an hour to get to the market from his home. This market has been in existence since 1977. Most of the people who bring their fruit product to the market are farmers. Some boats have a pole on top of it, and people hang the food products that they sell in their boat in order to attract the attention. That one has pumpkin, tomato, garlic. That's both selling cabbage. This is the rambutan. It looks like a lychee, but it's different. You see a lot of small hair on it. It tastes quite sweet. In some chè shop in the city, they also use a rambutan as an ingredient. Chè is a Vietnamese name for the sweet thing. In this floating market, people sell many different kinds of things. You can buy coffee, you can have your bread, even you can buy a lottery ticket.
Ho Chi Minh City is one of the biggest cities in Vietnam. Before the American War, it was called Saigon. We're here at Rex Royal Court Restaurant in the famous Rex Hotel in the middle of Saigon.
In the center of Ho Chi Minh City, the historic Rex Hotel offers perfect examples of Vietnamese cookery. At the hotel's Royal Court Restaurant, Executive Chef Tran uses a variety of Vietnamese spices and flavors to transform fresh grapefruit into an elegant lunch.
The most important feature of this salad is Bien Hoa grapefruit, because the grapefruit gives you dry, thick pulp. The main ingredients is grapefruit, boiled pork, and boiled prawns. The chef will demonstrate how to prepare a lemon sauce like this. This lemon is actually, okay, squeeze it into a big bowl. You add sugar to get the syrupy effect. Okay, this is salt. Then we add crushed chilies and crushed garlic. Stir it nicely, and then you have to leave it there for at least 1 hour for sugar to dissolve. It is very important to get rid of all the seeds. And even tiny little skins in the grapefruit, you have to get rid of that as well. Basically, the technique important here is to use the point of your knife to get really nice tiny little pulp to come off. This is a fragrant knotweed. Basically, the whole seasoning, the grapefruit's pulp, and then the knotweed fragrance. It's sort of like, it stimulates our senses. Slice the pork into thin pieces. Preferably, if you take a little bit of a fatty meat, it'll create a nice flavor. If you take lean meat, it gives you a little bit of a dry taste. We'll put sesame seeds. This is fried dried onion, pork, and prawn. Then mix it well together with a spoon. Then you can add this lemon syrup. Basically, you put the lemon juice just before you serve. If you mix it well once more, and it's ready to serve.
Đây là trái bưởi.
It is quite nice actually to serve the grapefruit salad inside the grapefruit itself, just to actually surprise customers as well. It has to be beautiful. It has to be eaten not only with your mouth, but also with your eyes, with your heart. The grapefruit salad serves together with the fried prawn cake. Put the grapefruit salad on top, and we eat it. The taste of the grapefruit slightly sourish, and that fresh taste of the knotweed brings that special, nice, really nice flavor. Cảm ơn cô ạ.
Rất cảm ơn.
We're here in this factory in Kanto. It is here where they make a very special Vietnamese pickled tofu called chao. The owner is Mr. Chi Hoan Hut. He's been in this business for 15 years.
Even a simple ingredient like tofu can be given a more complex flavor. While tofu is eaten throughout Asia, the Vietnamese pride themselves on their own variety called chao, a pungent pickled tofu. At his factory outside Kanto, Tri Van Ut transforms this local staple into a Vietnamese delicacy.
Đậu nành ngâm rồi xay.
He says the first step to making chao is to turn dried soybean into soy milk. And for that, they soak the beans in water for 5 hours. Then the beans are ground and strained, and the resulting milk is boiled. Then they add refined sea salt into the mixture to begin the curdling process. Tofu in its original Chinese literally means bean curd. They then strain the hot curd in cheesecloth and pour this steamy, molten bean curd into square molds. He says they press it to remove the moisture. Once the pressed tofu cools and dries a bit, they can cut it into cubes. The surface texture takes on the characteristics of the cheesecloth that was left stirred by several days, and with a mixture of ice wine, salt water, chili, and it comes out. The longer you keep it, the better it will taste. Tofu as a rule doesn't have a lot of taste on its own, so it tends to absorb the flavor of whatever it's being pickled in very well. It has a very, very strong taste. It almost tastes like very strong peanut butter with a lot of salt in it. It has a nutty texture to it as well. On its own, it's a little too strong. So I think this dish would really add flavor to pork or duck or anything it's being stir-fried with.